Welcome back, my beauties, and welcome if you're new. My name is Sheena, and if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. Let's go ahead and get into today's set. So today's set is a polygel set, and I'm using 13708 from Makartt's Eberouge kit and 76 from a Beetles polygel kit. And so I'm starting off here with 76, which is a gold glittery polygel, and I'm taking it on my index finger, and I'm going to go ahead and just place a very thin line of that on the nail because I want to do a bit of color blocking. I don't end up using this shade again in the set because I really didn't like how it turned out. But I was just kind of thinking off the top of my head with this one and kind of went with it just to see. But after doing the first nail, I kind of didn't like how it was going. So this will be the only nail that I do use the gold with. I've lately been just jumping into my videos without telling you any of my prep or what I'm using as tips. But today I did a minimal prep so that they're able to stay. I did these about 2 weeks ago, and I did wear them for the week. So when I wear them for the week, I don't do a full-on like thorough prep all the time because I want them to stay, but I also do want them to be very easy when they're coming off. So I find that if I do minimal prep but not everything like dehydrated primer, all of that, they stay on, and then I'm able to still kind of soak them off because I like to keep my sets intact. Just, I don't know, I have like a little couple of cups that I do keep my nail sets in that I do, and it's just a good memorabilia. I love it. Like, I like to keep my nails, so I do try to make sure that I'm careful not to over prep if I want them to come off in one whole piece, because otherwise I'd have to cut them down, soak off, all of that. So anyways, once I get the gold set that you still see me working on here, I go ahead and do a full cure in my in my nail lamp. The tips I'm using today come out of a Referral polygel kit that I have, and it came with tips, it came with tool forms and nail forms. So their kits are great because they always come with 3 different methods and ways of you to actually apply the polygel, and I love that. But I never tried these tips, so I decided I wanted to give them a try just to see how durable they are, and they are definitely durable. So if you're someone who's ever bought a Referral kit and it came with those little nail tips, they actually work amazing. I did apply the nail tips on using the base coat method. So I just applied a layer of base coat, then cured them onto my nail that way. And I find that that's a lot better than gluing as well. And so jumping into the set again, I am taking that yellow shade from Makartt, and I'm going to go on either side of that gold strip and fill it in to do a bit of color blocking on this nail. So the inspiration behind this nail obviously is spring. Yellow is a very springy color, but I also wanted to do some like designer nails. So it's a spring designer set, a really cute set that I thought of in my mind. And I decided to go with a medium length on this one, although I wish I would have went with an XXL because I loved how these nails turned out. But either way, it was a great set. So again, I'm just gonna go ahead and let you watch me fill in either side with that yellow polygel. And once I do get it set, I do a cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So on my index, I'm going to go ahead and take some of that yellow polygel, but I'm going on to the side with it because I'm going to go up and do kind of like, I don't know if you want to call this negative space because there's nothing there, or like a clear like kind of sort of side fringe. It's not exactly a side fringe, but it is like, you'll see, it's like sideways. So I basically put the amount of polygel I feel I need onto the nail, and I'm taking my brush and some slip solution. And for my slip solution today, I'm using Beetle's slip solution in a bottle. I absolutely love that stuff. It did come in a Beetle's polygel kit, but I do think they sell them separate on Amazon as well. But essentially, this lip solution puts me in the mind of base coat gel. That's pretty much the consistency of it, and I guess that's why I love it. I do kind of like base coat with as far as lip solution, but I try not to use it because I don't want to use up my base coat, being that I do a lot of gel based sets. Base coat is very essential to the sets that I do put out, so I prefer to stick with 91% alcohol. And if I don't have the alcohol, then I would use base gel, but I always have alcohol. I just kind of ran back into the slip solution and remembered about it, and I was like, girl, you could be using this, you know, and either way works for me. So I use the slip solution a lot, and then I do also use alcohol, and both work amazing for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you finish watching me create this like side fringe on my index, and then after I'm finished, I do a full cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. I move on to the pinky and I do the same exact thing. I hope everyone is having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And this is the time in my video where I always want to take time to show appreciation to everyone that is currently watching, has ever watched a video. I thank you so much for taking the time to click on my video, because you didn't have to, but you did. And if you're still here with me thus far, don't forget to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free and it would help your girl out a lot. Also, if you do watch my videos, please always leave a like on the video because it helps out a lot. Even leave a comment down below, because I do love to interact with everyone in the comments. It's such an amazing feeling just to know that someone is actually watching you, supporting you, or learning from you. It just fills my heart with a lot of joy. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Nail Addict family, and I thank you so much for joining me on my nail journey. It means everything to me that you decided to join the fam. If you've been subscribed, I love you. You already know it. I don't even have to say it twice. I love you. I'm gonna say it again just because I really truly mean it when I say I love anyone who has always supported me, will continue to support me, and be there. And I appreciate all of you, and I thank you so much. So I'm taking these yellow glitters that I got off Amazon, and I'm just gonna pick up random pieces. Well, first I put down some wet base gel. So there's base gel in that empty space on the index finger, and I'm just gonna fill that space with a bunch of different glitters. So I'm starting with these yellow, like very small circular glitters, and then I'll put a few other things as well as butterflies into that wet base gel as well. Once I get it set exactly how I like, I do go ahead and do a cure in my lamp for 30 seconds. So for my ring finger, I decided to use a full nail of that yellow polygel. So I squeezed out a pretty decent sized amount, put a little slip solution on it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just work that polygel onto the nail. So essentially, I always like to do what I call the 2-bead method, and I did learn that from YouTubers here on YouTube about the 2-bead method, and ever since I've started doing it, I fell in love. The first person I heard using a 2-bead method was Jenny Fajes, and maybe I was just very new to YouTube, but that's exactly where I got it from. And then I do see others that do it as well, but that's technically where I decided to even give it a try, is by watching Jenny. And I absolutely love the method. It's very easy, it's beginner friendly, and when you use the 2-bead method and you do it the right way, you do get pretty much good nails. Like, you get a great apex. It just works really, really well. So essentially, you take that first bead and you're going to go ahead and just blend it down as if like you were going to get ready to do an ombre. You're basically doing the same thing with the 2-bead method. So you're going to blend that back into the nail, and then once you get it set how you like, you go ahead and do a full cure or a flash cure. I like to fully cure, so I do cure that for 30 seconds. And then I go in by the cuticle with a second bead, and I'm gonna just blend that up into the first bead. And like I said, what I actually do as well is, you see how the bead is sitting on the nail? So there's like a big hump there. So I try to leave most of that product right there in the middle, and then I kind of just pull everything else around it down, and I do smooth it out enough after everything is pretty much placed how I like. I do smooth out, if the hump is like pretty big, I smooth it out enough so that it's a nice apex, a nice smooth blend into that first bead, and then I'll go ahead and cure in the lamp again for 30 seconds. Also off camera, I did go ahead and apply some glitters into that negative space as well. And I used to be applying some Makartt clear polygel, because I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate the nail now. So for these two nails, I didn't do them thick or try to make an apex, because I already knew that I was going to have to encapsulate. So whenever you're going to encapsulate, your first layer that you put down, you always want to make sure it's pretty thin, being that you know that you do have to go back in with that clear polygel. Then again, I really didn't have to do that. If I wanted, I could have built up the yellow and then just applied the clear polygel only to the negative space area. So essentially, you don't have to add it to the whole nail like I'm doing, but because I know it's thin and it needs an apex, I'm definitely gonna add it all over the nail and just build up from the clear. So either way works, and I've done both ways on my channel. Maybe I'll do another video soon with like a negative space area where I just cover it with the clear, just to show you that you can do it either way. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going ahead and I just squeeze that onto the nail, and I'm now trying to pat that into place. For some reason, which I think it was the slip solution, but it made this clear polygel so slippery. Like, it was really uncomfortable to work with. I did try like my hardest, but I'm going ahead now and I'm just gonna do the same thing to my pinky as well. So I'm only gonna show the first finger here, but I'm just going ahead and patting that polygel onto the nail until I'm absolutely satisfied with it. And once I'm satisfied, I do go ahead and cure in the lamp for 30 seconds. So off camera, I did go ahead and file shape and buff, and I loved these nails because yellow is one of my favorite colors as well. But now I'm gonna go in with these stickers, and I've found a couple of other stickers I was thinking about using as well. But before I get started with anything, I do go ahead and apply a layer of base coat over all of the nails and cure my lamp for 30 seconds. decided to go with these Dior stickers, and I'm taking this like strip of the word Dior. It's a really cute sticker, but I'm taking it off of the tab it's on, and I'm gonna cut that in half. Well, I'm gonna measure it to my index finger on either side of the gold polygel, and then I'm gonna just cut it the length of that nail and stick those stickers onto both sides. So then I'm taking this gold Kusa gel liner. It's number 1, and I'm gonna just go ahead and go right over the line where the polygel and the negative space area meet, and just put in some gold accents, being that the stickers are gold and some of the placement I'm going to use is gold. I felt like it tied in very well with the set, so I did do this on both my index and pinky, or excuse me, my middle and pinky. Oh, I'm so my middle and pinky, and cured for 30 seconds. So now I'm going in, I'm just placing some random stickers onto the nails here. So I'm using some of those roses and the word Dior itself, and just placing them randomly throughout the nail set. So now I'm using NailHoliday's DIY gel, and I am placing some right in the middle of my ring finger. I'm going to use some bling that I got out of a Your Nail Lab in a box from Makartt. I can't remember what month it was, but I've been dying to use these charms and I've yet to use them. So this was the set that I felt like they went best with. So I started by placing that right into the middle of the nail, and then I'm going to go around it very random, or kind of, it turned it out like a swirl, but it was random in my mind. I wasn't thinking of a swirl, but around that charm, once it's cured, I go in again with some DIY gel, and I'm just gonna place some crystal rhinestones and some gold rhinestones around the charm. And once I get it set how I like, I do go ahead and cure my lamp for 30 seconds. Off camera, I do a similar placement on my thumb as well, and now I'm just going over all of the nails with a layer of top coat. What I noticed with the stickers on my index is they weren't sticking down like I would have liked. I feel like it would have came out so much better if they would have actually stuck down. But I've seen another method I can use for like stickers like this. So my next set that I use, some stickers that are like a long strip like that, I'm going to use that method just to try it out. So stay tuned if you want to see what I'm talking about. But I'm going ahead and I'm just top coating over all of the nails, making sure to go around those rhinestones, and I cure for 30 seconds. And here's the finished set. Tell me these are not cute. I absolutely fell in love with these. Like, I could not stop looking at these all week. They came out super, super cute. And with the gold line on the middle and the pinky, I did change that gel liner to Bling Bling from Makartt because I felt like it went so much better with the set. So comment down below and let me know what you think of my nail set. If you've made it this far, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the post notification bell so you don't miss any of my future sets. I thank you all for joining me today, and much love to you all.